So tell me, how did it go on Saturday? Did he walk you home? I found him so cute.
Yeah, he did, but it was a disaster.
Disaster? What happened?
We stopped at my place. We had a quick chat. So?
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 We kissed and then just left.
Oh no. Was he a bad kisser?
No, he didn't give me the chance to invite him inside. It was time for a night of good sex. What's the problem with those guys? I picked a Brazilian guy, you know, for their reputation. You flirt.
So you met that girl from Dices again?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I walked her home, and that's all.
Is that all?
Yeah, man, that girl, she had that crazy look, you know what I mean? And last time that I hooked up with a girl with that look, she kept me looking in her place for 3 fucking days, you know? I remember that I have to help my grandma. No kidding.
Wow.
The next day, I invited him to come over and have some wine and so on.
And?
And he said he was sick and would text me later if he got better. Sick? Sick? What kind of guy says no to a girl because he's sick? He just lived 30 seconds away from my house. Come on, I just don't get it.
Maybe he was sick. But I thought he was just shy. Or he might be trying to be respectful. I don't know. Some guys are just like that. 0.5% of the guys are just simply too respectful. And, well, he might be gay as well. I always consider that men are gay when they act weirdly. Gays try to act straight, you know? But I don't think that's the case. He looked at me with a straight look in the pub at some point, if you know what I mean.
Why do you think shy guys might be gay?
Well, I went through this embarrassing situation when I was a teenager. I had a boyfriend who never tried to have sex with me, so I thought he didn't like me and I broke up with him. 2 years later, he showed up with his boyfriend. I should have suspected when he told me that his dream was to dance for the Bolshoi Ballet Company.
Well, next day, I was talking to Susie and Katie on Facebook, and you know, my plan was to go out with Katie if Susie would say no. So, and this girl, she started talking to me as well, and she invited me to go to her place. We are neighbors. But that night, she was like a third option for me, if you know what I mean, huh? And so I made up a story, and I told her that I would call her later, maybe, if Katie or Susie said no.
So I went out to Dices and I kissed 3 guys. When I was kissing the 3rd guy, guess who called me?
No way.
Yeah, but I didn't pick up, obviously.
Well, she was probably sleeping when I turned up that she was my only option for that night. But you wanna know something, my friend? She's gonna call me tonight. Oh yes, she will.
Oh,
That's for sure.
I hate slow guys and shy guys even more. Guys love sex. It's natural. Or should be. Fucking gay.
It couldn't be worse than my last date. I met this guy on Tinder. Owen. I don't know how to pronounce his name. We talked for 3 hours and then he wanted to go on a date with me.
Wow, really likes you. That's what I call a perfect match.
Oh, good job, good looking, funny guy, so I thought, why not? Actually, I thought this guy must be a prince.
I had a date this week as well.
Really? Did you? With whom?
A girl from Tinder. Brazilian, student. Spending the holidays here. We were talking for ages, until she gave me a chance to ask her out. Like I was in town, hanging around, looking for something to do.
Looking for some random hookup, you mean, huh?
I suggested a very nice restaurant. Good food, good wine, candles. But he said,
Do you know the best pub in Ireland?
No. Which pub?
I don't know. I just said that to make her forget about going to a romantic dinner. She was talking about going to some posh restaurant or something like that. On my wages, she wasn't.
And so, where did you take her?
I met her in Temple Bar, and while we were walking around, I pretended I was looking for the best pub in Ireland. And we ended up in this loudest, sweatiest, and jammiest pub I could think of. Now, I didn't want to stay there for too long, if you know what I'm saying.
I was curious about this best pub in Ireland, but it was so packed that we couldn't stay there for too long. So I couldn't even hear what he was saying. So I said we should go to somewhere else, and he asked me where I lived. And when I realized we were walking towards my place, and I asked him, do you want to go home? And he said, we are going home. And I said, you're home, I mean.
I thought she wanted to go home. Who's home? I didn't mind. Anywhere would do.
So, okay, at this stage I thought he might want to keep the night going. So when we arrived in front of my house, he kissed me, and it was so good. He was so hot. But then he asked me to use my bathroom. So I thought, he definitely wants to have sex with me.
Wow.
Who does he think I am? A prostitute? He buys me 2 drinks and thinks that he can sleep with me?
Yeah, so she lets me in. And we ended up nearly eating each other alive on that sofa.
Hey!
Yeah. Just a minute.
She stops everything and says she has to take some tablets.
He attacked me. I couldn't even breathe. So I made up a story to escape from him and go to the kitchen. At this time I wondered, who told me that Irish guys are all Catholic and pure? When I came back, I showed him the front door and said,
Oh, it's a pity you had to leave. Text me tomorrow. We can go cinema. I hadn't a clue what was going on. I didn't say I had to go. Maybe her English isn't great, but I knew she wanted me. So I let on I missed the last bus.
10 minutes later, he called me to say that he missed the last bus. So childish. So I said I was in bed already.
Asleep. Already. Bitch.
And so, did you take her to the cinema next day?
Cinema! He disappeared. 3 days later, he texted me to apologize. He said, I'm sorry that I didn't text you the next day. I really wanted to see you, but I was so tired once I missed the bus and I had to walk for 5 hours to get home. 5 hours? Really?
Did you walk home? Why didn't you?
Are you mad? Of course I didn't. She absolutely ruined my night. I just made her feel bad and guilty about it.
This guy is a psycho. If you want to play, at least be a good player. Fucking loser. Cigarette.
Oh, yeah.
More ice, please.
Good idea.